Hey guys, and welcome to the opening sort of video for the Fallout 4 Let's Play that I'm going to do. And I thought that I would kind of introduce you to what I intend to play instead of just showing you the load order, kind of look at what's going to be in the Let's Play. So I talked a lot of smack about Fallout before, especially when I was playing Skyrim. I think that sort of the general consensus is that Fallout 4 was a letdown, a bit of a I don't know, a departure from the RPG genre of the previous titles. Without getting into all that, I was actually personally I was pretty surprised because I bought the game right at launch, and I was a little bit surprised at how quickly the user base kind of went fuck no, and went back to Skyrim, or they went on to other games. I think Fallout 4 did get a lot of first-person shooter kind of guys that moved over to give this one a try, because the first-person shooting is actually pretty good, but the RPG elements are a little bit lost. Anyway, I'll probably talk a lot about that shit as we go along. So being down here in the right hand corner, that's a NVIDIA Shadow Play thingy. When I recorded the other video, I can't do that. I have to do it like this. It's frustrating. It's kind of big. I can tell it's big. I would kind of like shrink it up and put it maybe a little bit, a little bit over here or something, like in a more logical place. But unfortunately, Shadow Play is still a work in progress, I guess. They'll probably get a lot of feedback. If I make myself smaller, then I'll just be this little fucking guy down in the corner, and people will be like watching the action over here. They gotta like, what's going on down there? What's he doing? So my ugly head might take up a lot of fucking shit that's going on the screen, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I can always change it. I could always get rid of me. But I kind of wanted to do this Let's Play with me in it so that people could kind of see my reactions, because I think there's been enough Fallout 4 Let's Plays. It's not, at this point, it's nothing special. I don't even have the DLCs. That's coming, possibly. We'll see how the Steam Winter Sale goes. But I wanted to tell you kind of like I wanted to tell you what I kind of got set up here before we get into the Let's Play, and maybe you guys see something that I missed and you can add it in. So I went on to the Fallout 4 mods subreddit, and I kind of asked for a brutal playthrough, and there was actually a little bit of discussion on the Skyrim Requiem subreddit about how we could kind of make a Requiem Fallout 4. It's not currently available, but how it could make it really tough. So I asked for a really tough overhaul, and I got a lot of suggestions. The one that people seemed to say was the toughest was this Frost, and it's sort of the Dust of New Vegas crew that came into Fallout 4, and they've made a Frost overhaul. It's 5 years after the apocalypse, and it's super hard. The problem I have with that is that Frost is like Frostfall for Skyrim, and Frostfall in Skyrim isn't so much about the difficulty of the game as it is surviving your environment. It's a totally different video game, and it's not. Frostfall doesn't have a whole lot to do with Skyrim. It's about sort of, surviving the harsh environment that you're in. And I always found that a little bit too distracting for me. I prefer to have an overhaul that focused on scarcity, difficulty, leveled-less, that's scarcity, tougher opponents, better AI, all that stuff. But dealing with radiation storms that insta-kill you, and I don't even find that fun personally, so I don't know. That's why I didn't go with that. So what I did go with, we'll run through this real quick. So I got the unofficial patch, of course. Concealed armor is just if you want to wear one armor. I'm sure you guys know all this, but if you want to wear more than one armor at a time, you can do that. You can conceal one of the armors so it doesn't all clip through everything. Armor keywords, settlement keywords. Damage threshold I'll talk about at the very end, but it's a neat it's a neat mod that somebody recommended. Significant object removers, something came over from Skyrim, obviously. Fallout loot overhaul to reduce the loot that we're going to be picking up. Immersive gameplay is a difficulty overhaul. Immersive gameplay. Let's have a look at that for a sec, just real quick. Immersive gameplay. So we got slower leveling, no health gain leveling. So that sounds a lot like Requiem. Health base is lower, explosions are lethal, power armor is more protective and defined. So all around harder, right? That sounds good. Greatly improved AI. This sounded like a really good overhaul in general. So that's the overhaul. Armorsmith Extended allows you to, I believe that allows you to have more armor slots and craft things at the craftable stations. More armor slots is like it sounds. It's just like more slots in Skyrim. Concealed armor is the same thing, I guess. This is just a sorting mod. Bobble Girls, don't worry about that. Don't worry about Bobble Girl. Visible companion affinity is just so before when Fallout was launched, you didn't know if you were making progress with your companions. It's the same with Dragon Age Origins. You remember that you just had to kind of guess whether they liked you or not. And actually, no, Origins told you that, didn't they? It was like Inquisition that didn't tell you. So companion infinite ammo because it's so annoying giving your companions ammo. Easy hacking. The hacking game is boring and it would break the flow of the Let's Play. So if you have the perk, you can hack it. It's that simple. Companions go home. They don't hang around all in the same place. Chaos hairdos, immersive vendors. Shell rain is just, it keeps all the shells in the ground. Enhanced blood. The cuts. Chem redux. Anyways, just a visual makeover. More hairstyles, HD rework project. Interiors enhanced. I think that's actually interiors enhanced. Darker ambient light. Is that right? Yeah, that's a fading signal mod. I knew that. I didn't want to say it and then be wrong, but yeah, pretty much download anything by Fading Signal. He's a guy who came over from Skyrim, who's done a hell of a lot of good work on Fallout. Immersive generic dialogues. I'm actually going to have to remind myself about that one. Immersive generic what? Where is that there? Eliminate stupid lines. Okay, it's just eliminating some of the dumb lines that pop up. Everyone's best friend allows you to have dog meat along with a companion, which always should have been in the game right from the beginning. Better night vision, vivid. I'm going with vivid weathers instead of fading signals. True storms. I don't know why. I'm just giving it a shot. There's no preference here. Radiant clouds and fogs. I think it's compatible. We're gonna find out. Darker nights. Better mod descriptions. Just helps you a bit with the descriptions when you're modding the weapons. Binary speech checks. It's like the Fallout New Vegas where you just automatically pass. Magnolia. I can't remember what that is. I think it's like an NPC overhaul, right? Magnolia. Oh, I can't type. Magnolia is, yeah, it's just an NPC overhaul. That's all it is. More detailed perk description. Yeah, it's like a defluffer. It's a bit of a defluffer to make it easier to understand what you're getting. Scrapping legendaries, obviously, instead of having to throw them away. Enclave armor, it's just a retext. Nuka-Cola Classic retext. Tactical optics, I think that's a fading signal. It is. Fallout completes are like sky complete. Some assembly required. This is a cool mod. This means that you can't just, so power armors are gone. That's what we wanted, right? And if you want to use power armors, you can't just jump in it and get it to work right away. You need perks. Super mutant overhaul, make them tougher. Although I think they were pretty hard in the vanilla game. Glowing animals emit light. Comp redo. What is that? Companions can sneak. A bunch of sound mods. Classic Fallout music. That is super important. The vanilla music in Fallout 4 is so upbeat, it makes you want to scream. And the classic Fallout music is fantastic. I was hoping they were going to have like a demo here where I could kind of play it for you, but you'll hear it soon enough. It's just like really moody, and like Fallout 4 is all, Fallout 4 music is all upbeat and like we're going to save the world, and it's oversaturated. And I actually, so I've got an EMB that looks super, super good, and I'm going to do something interesting with that. Visible weapons is just so you can see them. Holstered weapons. Weapons of Fate is just like a weapon mod, right? Oh, ballistics overhaul. It's just a behavior. Okay, CBB, of course, for the body. I haven't gone crazy with the body, by the way, but I got the item sorting patch. Canine tactical harness for dog meat, because we're going to rock dog meat all the way. Wearable backpacks and pouches, ballistic weave for pouches, which is good. Looks menu customization, compendium, TH brows. It's just the eyebrows. Immersive wastelanders. I don't know how that's gonna go. It's just like it makes the wastelanders a little prettier. A Sakuri overhaul, vivid waters, vivid weathers, ponytails, Kate overhaul, Piper overhaul. What's a visual reload? Oh yeah, right. It's just like an animation. Lore-friendly survival chems. This is just another sort of graphic overhaul. Binoculars. Where are we getting to? We're getting close to the end here. Synth overhaul. Disable the... Oh, these are really good. I found these. Disable the NPC comments when they're waiting so they don't just go, yeah, what, huh? And just keep prodding you while you're thinking. This is going to be critical to the Let's Play. Subjective cinematic dialogue camera. And I want to show you that just quickly. Subjective cinematic dialogue. So what happens is the focus... I wish they had photos of this thing, but... Do they have photos of it? No. The focus isn't on you, it's on the person you're talking to now. So it's not like it keeps going back and forth to Piper, to you, to Piper. It's like the focus stays right there where it belongs on the NPC. And there's a bunch of mods that I installed that are like that. So we got that, subjective cinematic, and then mute the player voice. No player voice. None of that bullshit. Bethesda really made a lot of people angry when they got voice acting for the protagonist. You want to be the protagonist, so I'm gonna try to voice the lines, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if that works. I'm looking forward to that, though. It's not like you got some guy that's saying my lines. It's gonna be me, and believe it or not, I'm gonna be playing a man, which is shocking, I know. Uniques by TrainWiz. Didn't know that, TrainWiz. That's interesting. A bunch of more weapons. No legendaries. I have scrappable legendaries though, right? I might not need that. I don't know. I might take that out. Better companions. Better companions. What is that again? Better companions. I don't even remember my own mods. It's taking me like 3 days to figure all this out. Oh, it's just like fixes perks and specialty and adds fall damage immunity and fixes sneaking and stuff like that. So that all sounds good. Where are we here? This is quick save because I want to be able to quick save in survival, and then I got survival options too. So I'm gonna play survival, but I'm gonna play it in such a way that I want to play it. There's some skimpy armor mod. Dynavision, of course. It's the same as in Skyrim. Got a few skimpy armors. I didn't go overboard, but there's a couple just for fun. So let that be a warning. There may be some adult content. Obviously no nudity because it's YouTube, but there may be some. I can tell you right now that Piper. I tried to fix her. But her armor is just, it's ridiculous. When you see, you probably have a good laugh when we finally run into her. But I don't know. I got into body side. I tried like shrinking her assets, but it did not work. All of those are weapons mods, all of them. And then weapon mod, realistic death physics, take cover so you can duck. Free downgrades is just that you can take your weapon upgrades and then downgrade them without having to have materials. And then weapon, and finally damage threshold patch, the very last file that patches everything we have here, and basically it creates, like, you have armor penetration at this point, so people have to get through the armor in order to hurt you. This makes armor relevant, just like it does in Skyrim Requiem. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So you will notice that what's missing from here entirely is settlements. I give no fucks, nothing. I don't like settlements. I think they're dumb. I don't want to build anything. I don't care about the settlers. I don't care about anybody else. I only care about me, and we'll see. I gotta go through this stupid main quest. I thought about doing an alternate start, but I'm gonna do the main quest and trying to save my baby. But I don't care about settlements. It's not important to me whatsoever. I'm not going to do the Minutemen. I don't care about pressing Garvey. He can go fuck himself. So that is about it for that. I think we got this all ready to go. So I'm just going to fire up and so you can kind of give it a quick. Oh, that's interesting. Mod Organizer has crashed. That is funny. That is good timing right there. Let's go back into, oh, that's Skyrim. Oh, now I'm really shitting the bed here. That was bad timing. Let's close that. I don't want Skyrim right now. I want Fallout 4. And let's go ahead and launch that. Okay. Hopefully we get to this. We get to the starting screen. If we do, then I'm not gonna play. But we're just gonna test this out. See that this starts. And there I'm all frozen on the screen. There it looks like. So I couldn't see myself in desktop there, but I can see myself here now. So that's good. And it looks like there's a bit of a transparency, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is how it's gonna look though. Yeah. So I'm ready for that. I'm gonna get that started very soon. As for the Skyrim, that Let's Play is still continuing. It will continue for a while yet, but I'm gonna get the Fallout 4 started as well, so you guys can pick and choose and see what you like. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did watch this or fast forwarded or whatever you did or skipped it, if you have any feedback, just leave them in the comments. I know not all of you guys kind of want to kind of comment or contribute or vote or whatever, so I was trying to come up with a way that you might give me some feedback without having to kind of comment. But yeah, I might yeah, I don't know, I might come up with a sort of way for you guys. Maybe like I could put up a poll, see if there were any changes that you want to make. But other than that, it looks like I'm going to be going with this loadout starting tomorrow. Yeah, and yeah, unless there's any significant changes, this seems to be it. That's it. I'll see you guys soon.